Astros players, though, seem ready to move on and have had enough of the noise. Outfielder Josh Reddick said via the Washington Post, at some point, you have to move on and not give an expletive. We're going to go out there and win and shut everybody up. Lance McCullers adding, the teams talking trash are going to have to play us, except for the guys who are popping off the most. Stephen A.
Yeah.
What should the Astros players expect this season in terms of retaliation?
Well, I don't know what they should expect because it is baseball. They pride themselves in monitoring themselves and policing themselves as players. And as a result, you're going to have some players that disrespect them. You're going to have some players that might try to hit them with a pitch or things of that nature. I've stated what my suggestion would be. You turn your back to these players. You don't talk to these players. You let them know that you don't have any respect for what they did. If you're the Houston Astros, let me be very, very clear, because even though I'm a New Yorker and a diehard Yankees fan, I respect the hell out of the Houston Astros in terms of their talent. I have always been a fan of Jose Altuve, Correa, Bregman, and those boys. And Verlander, I've always viewed as an absolute stud. But let me be very, very clear what I'm about to say. If you are the Houston Astros, you need to shut the hell up. You don't need to say anything. Just shut the hell up. This is not about anybody questioning their talent. Could you please put the camera on me here? I'm talking. I don't give a damn about highlights from the Astros right now. They don't deserve to be seen right now. Astros, for a third time, shut the hell up. Nobody is saying that the Astros are not a super team. Nobody is saying they're not studs. Nobody's even saying they can't win the World Series this year, Max. We all know y'all are great. Here's the reality. It doesn't change what you did in 2017. This is about what you did in 2017. You put mechanisms in place to give yourself an unfair advantage over all the other teams in Major League Baseball, and by virtue of the commissioner's decision, your owner's admission, the firing of your manager, your general manager, and the uproar that has come from your contemporaries in Major League Baseball, you are considered cheaters from 2017. Period. It ain't about 2019 or 2020 or 2023 or whatever year. It's about what you did 2 years ago when you won the championship. You cheated. Nothing erases that.
The Astros need to learn some humility. Be humble. Because let me be very clear. Stephen A., you said no one's saying you couldn't. I am saying, Houston Astros players, and I'm talking to Jose Altuve and all of them, you certainly would not have even been in the World Series had you not cheated. You cheated your way in. You weren't good enough to get in otherwise. Period. You got the brakes beat off you at Yankee Stadium 3 straight games. You only won at home 3 times one-run games because you cheated. You shouldn't have ever been in the World Series, let alone won it, period. So, I am talking to Jose Altuve, who was one of my favorite players. Even when he won the MVP over Aaron Judge, I thought, yep, he deserved it. He's one of the all-time clutch second basemen. Maybe is he as good as Joe Morgan was once upon a time? Factor in the clutch. Jose Altuve's not clutch. He knew what was coming, apparently. What's that? So here's the thing. Now the cheaters want a level playing field. You're going to have to play us. And by the way, they are a very good team. It's very clear right now they were never the best team in baseball. They were at best the 3rd best team in baseball. Still great, but they were worse than the Dodgers, worse than the Yankees, because they had to cheat to win. Now, let me say this. Now the cheaters want a level playing field. Give us a level playing field and we'll win. Well, you might, because a top 5 team has a chance to win the World Series, sure. Why should you get a level playing field now when you cheated everyone, including the fans, out of a level playing field then? And I'm not talking about just general cheating, because PEDs, people on both sides could use. Sign stealing's been going on forever. I'm talking about using technology that the other team did not have access to and had no defense for. And you're hitting game winners like you know what's coming, because you knew what was coming. Look, Molly, baseball needs to protect them. The commissioner can't allow beaning them and all that stuff. It cannot be allowed. Cannot be tolerated. If I were a Major League Baseball player oh, there'd be retaliation.
Could they help by vacating the title?
Listen,
if they vacated the title, maybe they wouldn't feel the need for retaliation?
Yeah, I think that the contemporaries in Major League Baseball, their biggest issue is that they feel these guys got away with it, that they haven't been punished because they were granted immunity by Rob Manfred for Major League Baseball because he knew that he would have a battle on his hands against their Players Association. I get all of that, but again, it doesn't mean that you get absolved. It doesn't mean that you keep the World Series trophy in your facilities. You confiscate that. It doesn't mean that you can't force them to return their championship rings. And oh, by the way, you don't have to throw 95-mile-per-hour fastballs at their head or hit them with pitches and stuff like that. All you have to do, just imagine this, from April to October, before the start of every game against the Astros, every team they play against with the cameras rolling turns their back to the Astros. And just for a few seconds, to remind everybody we have no respect for what they did in 2017. They cheated and they got away with it. We know it, we don't accept it, and we don't like them for it. Mike Trout said it best. He said, hey, man, if I knew what pitches were coming, you know, life would have been pleasant. Life would have been pleasant. This is not difficult.
And here's the thing: this is what you forfeit when you cheat the Yankees out of the World Series appearance and the Dodgers out of a World Series win, which they did.
Yeah.
What you forfeit is the right to stand there and say with a straight face, "Well, we would have won anyway. It didn't make a difference." You forfeit that. At least if you don't have the class to forfeit that, then guess what? No one respects you. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.